Well, I'm up in Harriman State Park in Rockland County, New York. One of the largest parks in New York State. I'm going to Beaver Pond to camp out with my teardrop camper. And this is the first time I've been up at Harriman with the Zen Den. So I'm looking for Beaver Pond. That's where I'll be camping. And here's Lake Welch. It's a large lake. This is Seven Lakes Drive, I believe. I used to come up here years ago. So I'm on my way. Because I'm a senior, I don't have to pay any parking. Keep my eyes open for beautiful day, beautiful spring day, I should say. It's close to 80 degrees. So it's like almost like summer to me. And there he goes. Don't blame him. He's on the Wilderness Trail in Harriman State Park. Beautiful. Check this out. Lake Welch. Hopefully Beaver Pond is near Lake Welch. It would be great to be near water. There's some more water. To the right and to the left. New adventure for me. Another living sensation. Trying to do so many things in my retirement. Therapeutic lifestyle. Trying to have a healthy longevity in my senior years. I've seen a couple nice birds. And I'm sure in the morning if I get out, I should see some wildlife. I actually brought my bear spray because they say there's black bear up here. So it's not just out in Colorado. They got bear everywhere. Glacier National Park. Oh, and there's a deer right now. Beautiful. Out for an afternoon stroll. Very windy here. I'm getting used to my teardrop trailer. I've been towing it across country and up to Vermont. And this is pretty narrow here, but I've been on narrow roads now. I think this might be it. Yes, it is. Beaver Pond. They say 3 o'clock get in, but the woman, Hayden, said that I could probably get in earlier. Beaver Pond campsite. Look at this. No beach access. Alright. I guess they have beavers here. It's pretty narrow, but should be a problem. Figure I get an early start coming here in late April. May 1st they start taking reservations, I understand. So I'll be discussing that further with the park ranger or whoever's the administrator at Beaver Pond. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Alright, so now I gotta be careful here. Do not enter. I'm going to put this down. As you can see, check-in time is 3 o'clock and check-out is 11. New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historical Preservation. And there's the lake. So, now there's a trailer dump station. I won't need that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park over here and ask some questions and see what kind of identification I need. I think it's my license. So here we are. Gonna check in. Okay, I'm all registered. I'm at D6, permit 101, and this is the map, and that's where I'm headed. Hopefully I don't miss it. All right, I'm gonna have to put this down. Yeah, check this out. I'm at D6. Very nice and quiet. Got the gray wolf and the Zen den. I'm all set. My first, actually second camping experience, because I did that in Vermont. But beautiful day. And there's a beaver pond. And I think that's Lake Welch. So I'm gonna set up camp now and sit back and relax a little bit. Maybe take a nice little hike. Enjoying the setup here at Harriman State. Beaver Pond. Nice and cool in the shade. Pretty nice and toasty in the sun. Got a nice breeze coming through the cab. I'm going to be taking a walk down by the pond and check out the facilities. The bathrooms are right there. And I'm going to see how far this goes back. So I'll do a little exploring. Taking a little tour of the camp area. That looks very nice up there. They have one of those sometime. Looks like that's for tents. They got the platforms there. Very nice. I have one of those. I should bring it for when I have company. I'm going away from the entrance. The entrance is down that point. And there's the lake. I'm just going to take a walk north and see how far this goes. I have to bring my bike up here, do some cycling. Got the showers, bathrooms. I can do a lot of hiking. Just unclip my camper and stroll all over these acres. You can see the trees are starting to bloom. Popping. Yeah, let's see where this goes. So peaceful. That's the long road back to my camper. It's ended. Not sure if this is. I guess I could park back here. Camp back here. Once I get a little used to backing up my camper, but I can probably maneuver through here. Get a nice spot. This is back in the woods. Well, he did ask if I could back up, and I said, well, I'm a rookie. So he gave me a corner lot. It's probably a good way to start, but I'll have to practice. Oh, this just keeps on going. I'm going to see where this takes me. I'm not sure if this is a fire trail or part of the campsite. But there's campsites there. Campsites to my right. Doing a little exploring. Might as well get acquainted with my neighborhood. Be here for 2 nights. 2 days, 2 nights. Maybe 3 days. There's an access road. And, I'm going to head south and see if I can connect with the lake. Nice and wooded here. Well, this trail got a little dense. Looks like perhaps this might be a place where you could still tent. But I'm not going to get myself lost. I think I'll backtrack in an opener area. I definitely want to make my way back and check out the lake. See if I find my way out. There we go. This way. Wow, I'm in the W's. This is nice here. I'm definitely going to learn how to back out my camper, the Zen Den. This would be a real nice place. All by myself. Well, you live and you learn. First time here. I guess I can go through the woods, but I think I better just scope the area out first, get familiar with it. So I'll take the stone path. So it looks like I'm heading east and then I'll be heading south. So I believe I went down that path through those woods and came out here. And now I'm heading east, and then I'll be heading south back towards the campsite. And then I'll get to Beaver Pond and the big lake. Well, I see the gray wolf and the Zen Den up ahead and the sparkling lake. Not sure if that's a pond. That looks more like a lake, one of the 7 lakes. But I'll ask the ranger to find out exactly where Beaver Pond is and what the name of that lake is. Probably Lake Welch, but I'm only guessing at this point. On my way south. Looks like my neighbor's having a barbecue. Early for dinner, but maybe it's a late lunch or just an early dinner. See the sparkling lake. And there's a beach there too, so that must be Lake Welch. Because I know they have swimming there. So I'm going to head on over. Stop in. Get some water. I don't have my backpack on because I'm not going too far. So get some water. Hydrate. Well, I would have to believe this is Beaver Pond right here. And Lake Welch beyond it. Let's see a good sunset. And there's Beaver Pond. So I just spoke to the park ranger and she said that they call that the lagoon. Now Beaver Pond was here and was part of Lake Welch, but it flooded and it got larger over the years, so now they call that Lake Welch. But she said that I could walk down here. It's actually closed to vehicles. So she says after dark they would rather us stay on a campsite. I don't know, I gave myself away. Wouldn't mind catching the moon. Very nice. Wow, this is peaceful. Wow. Flag's not up. Maybe during Memorial Day they'll put it up. So this is Lake Welch. And used to be Beaver Pond, but it flooded and it got much larger, and now it's Lake Welch. And what I thought was Beaver Pond is the lagoon. Beautiful. Wow, I'm at the beach. I reached the beach. Look at this. Man, I could do a lap around this lake. Wow. Definitely bringing my bicycle when I get on the bike. I wonder if I can get a kayak. I want to ask about inflatable kayaks because I don't want to carry a kayak on my camper or my gray wolf. Beautiful. I'm on the other side of the lagoon. What I was calling Beaver Pond. Look at this. The Zen Den, the gray wolf, is across that way. That's where I'll be for the evening and tomorrow evening too, into Wednesday. Nice wildlife here. The punks are growing. Well, it's getting close to 5 o'clock. Getting hungry. Beautiful afternoon. Gonna head back to the Zen Den across the way. May come back out here later on. Maybe a sunset. Beautiful breeze off the lake. Well, that made the ranger very happy. I found her identification on the other side of the lagoon. So it made her day. So, a good friend in the ranger, Sonia. Well, back up at camp. Have it all opened up. Nice breeze through here. It's nice to see that the battery is 99%. I got the refrigerator freezer going. And the solar power is being generated with the solar panel. So I didn't have to bring the propane. I pretty much made most of my food yesterday and just packed it. And I'm going to just get it out in a couple minutes and enjoy the afternoon. Great to be at the campsite. It was a good night last night here in Harriman State Park. Beautiful morning. I'm going to go to the lake and take some photos as the sun comes up. So, I slept really well in the Zen Den. It was really quiet here on Beaver Pond. Nice little breeze off the lake. Let me see if I can get some wildlife this morning. Well, we have sunrise. It'll lighten up. There's the Beaver Pond Campgrounds. It's a cooperative project for outdoor recreation. a pretty strong breeze this morning here on Lake Welch. It's beautiful. Here's the beach early in the morning. I'm enjoying the landscape photography. I've done that here and there on my adventures, but today I decided to take out my camera again and take some photos. I hope you enjoy them. Just learning the craft. Pleasant walk this morning around the perimeter of Lake Welch. Taking some landscape photography. See how photos turn out. This is where I was last night. It was a beautiful evening. Down on that rock. And also here's the dam. Nice morning breeze. Woo! Creating some lake waves. by the dam. Water's actually going over because of the lake waves. Water is flowing. Spring is so beautiful here. Well, heading for a hike this Tuesday morning. Gonna find myself a nice trail. Beautiful morning. Harriman State Park, New York. Well, my friend Laura actually suggested go to the Jackie Jones Fire Tower. It's difficult A+, A, moderate B. It's a B, and it's he said about 4 miles. So here it says 2 to 4 miles, but it goes to the Suffern Bear Mountain Trail, which I was on years ago with my cousin Joe back in, must have been 1976. So anyway, I'm going to give it a go. Back through the campground. As I said, I need to take the C road. This is the C road in the Beaver Pond campground. And I'll get up here, and he says I'll see some pink flags. Not well distinguished, he said, but I'll see a mound. And then I take the yellow trail, which is the Bear Mountain Suffern Trail. It's a Jackie Jones fire tower. So, another adventure. Harriman State Park. Well, this is the end of C. He said you'll see a mound, which is I think this, and I should go around it, which I will. And he said I should be able to see some pink things tied to trees, but let me go further and see if I see anything pink, and hopefully it'll lead me to the yellow tag trail, which is the Bear Mountain Suffern Trail. Here we go. Beautiful morning. Well, I haven't seen any pink markers, but so far it's nice. Not quite sure. But keep my eyes peeled. Now that's pink. But I don't know if that's what he meant. And he said it looks like a fire trail. Could be that way. And I know it's not that way. So let me head this way. Wish me luck. Hopefully I'll find some yellow markers here. That would be the Bear Mountain Suffern Trail. And I'll follow that to the tower. Oh ho! There is pink marker. All right, had to backtrack. All right, that's better. Glad I came back up this way. All right, so now I follow this, and I should see the yellow trail marker. Not sure if I go left or go straight ahead. Ooh, I think I'll go straight ahead. Not well marked. Always an adventure. Oh, I see a pink tag on a branch there. So I should have went left at the fork in the road. At least I see in the pink. Okay. Back on track again. Being it's early spring, it doesn't seem like this has been used too much so far this season. As you can see, there's a lot of leaves in the fall, but nice cushion. It's already warming up this spring morning. It's supposed to go as high as 78 today, I believe. So I'm dressed for warmer weather. Got my hat to keep the sun off my face. Gloves on my hands. of water and a snack. Very peaceful. Bit of a climb here, not too bad. The trail has some rocky terrain. Of course, it's Rockland County. So you just gotta watch your step, pick your feet up. Haven't seen any large wildlife besides squirrels, chipmunks, and small birds. Well, getting up here, huge rock here. Wow. You wonder how it was formed and why this is the only huge rock here. Huh. As you can see, I'm getting up here. You can see, hopefully in the distance, there's other mountains. Bear Mountain's not too far from here. Another bluebird day. All right. Bear Mountain Suffering Trail. There's the yellow. And there's the big rock. Okay, I see yellow ahead. Bear Mountain Suffering Trail. Haven't been on here in years. And that day, like I said with my cousin Joe, it was like 95 degrees, humidity 99%. And we were not prepared. In shorts, no water. We drank actually from a stream. He had this substance that you pour into the stream water and you can drink it. Hey, no one got sick. All right, very nice. Walking on rock, bedrock. Things leveled off. I'm pretty high up here in this neck of the woods. So this is well marked with the yellow. So I feel much more confident now. And I can just kind of follow the yellow. And I should find the tower. Now, of course, I'm heading down. Woo! Pretty steep. Rocky terrain. So they say this is moderate, B+. I think probably this type of terrain all the way through, judging by the landscape so far. Up and down, all around. Okay, get a good idea. I'm noticing in the trees there's a infestation of caterpillar webs. I remember as a kid they were a huge so-called problem where they were multiplying at such a rate they were trying to get rid of them, but it's been a while since I've seen these, so they're making a comeback. They're in the trees too. They're all over the place here, up in those trees. Lots of them here. So it must be a great campsite for them. So I'm going to keep my ears open and perhaps ask some questions when I get back to camp about the deal going on with all these webs, all these nests. And if you've seen my video from yesterday, I got it up close and you could see could see the caterpillars, the baby ones. I don't know if you could see it here. Oh yeah, there's one right there crawling outside in the nice sunlight. Making a break for it. Okay, let me get back on the trail. Nice little distraction. Been hiking for probably a mile so far, about a mile or so, but I see a lake down below, so I have to find out what lake that is. As I said, there's 7 large lakes in the area. And now I descend off another ridge. A lot of rock. Nice so far. I'm going to take a peek, go straight ahead and see if I could see the lake on a better angle. Not sure if you could see it through the trees that are blooming. All the leaves are popping out now. And it's directly down below. Okay, back on the trail. I believe that I'm probably near the 2-mile mark now. As back there, the terrain is up and down, rocky, hilly, but really peaceful. The other things I noticed is a lot of small bees, bugs, gnats. No mosquitoes so far, which is good. And a couple of flies here and there. So they're all getting out, getting ready for the summer. Good for them. No big game here. Probably have to get up real early before the sun. But it's getting warm. Got a sweat going. We'll definitely hit one of those showers later today. Great day to have showers here. Onward. There must have been some type of structure here at one time. You can see some wood, and I guess that's regular stone, but rock. It looks like there might have been something here. Nice breeze up here. Right now, I needed it. It was pretty stagnant and getting really warm, so the breeze feels good. Probably coming off that lake to my right. Gonna be heading back up. So far, so good. Well marked. Well, I'm heading down. It's a long descent here. Moderately steep. Probably can't tell with the GoPro. But one thing that tells me is I'll be climbing this afternoon on my way back. So actually for me, going down is a little more strenuous on my thighs. To work on that. Much more wooded in this area. There's rocks all over the place, so you do have to be very careful. It's not stable. You try to locate places where it's not sharp. And then of course there's a lot of loose leaves, so you gotta be careful. Well, that's spring hiking for you. So I must be about close to 3 miles now. But I'm heading down, and you think the fire tower would be up on a mountain. Huh? Okay, well, maybe it's as the crow flies. Where are those crows? Onward. Come across some water. I know 2 days ago it was torrential downpours here, high winds. I said the storm was crazy. But I think to my left I hear water. I'm gonna keep my ears open. And I thought I heard a vehicle in the distance. So that's interesting. Perhaps the tower is closer to the road. There's the water I heard. To the left of me. Seems to be running pretty fast there. I just came down from way up there. That's definitely a descent. So I'll be getting a good workout this afternoon on the way back. And here's some more water trickling down the mountain. Nice and low here. So I imagine I'm going to be climbing if I'm going to go to a tower, fire tower. So, well, they say moderate. Moderate B+. And this is where the two streams meet. So a little more powerful here, as you can hear. Nice and cool down here. I think I go right. I'll find out. Yes, there's the yellow tag. Bear Mountain Suffering Trail. Looks like I might be heading around and probably up. That makes sense. So I hit the lowest point there. Wonder why I made such a descent. Here we go. Beautiful around here. Very vegetarian. A lot of vegetation. Nice. There's a more powerful stream down below. Perhaps you could hear it. And also there's a road here. I believe that's I think that goes to another lake. But it's like a turnaround, go either way. So I'm still heading around. Seems like another mountain area. Still heading down too. So big tree in my way. Have to go around it. Now you can see the stream better, and you can probably hear the road. A little combination of nice water and sound of engines. So the Bear Mountain Suffering Trail comes down low along this mountain, along the river and a road. As you can see, looks like it's going to wrap up and around again. Okay, I should be coming upon the tower within the next mile, so maybe it's a mile climb. Find out. As you can see, I'm even closer. Sounds like a motorcycle. Yeah, they're heading up another way. Very nice. I did a second sweep so you could hear the water. So I'm curious how far I have to go to this tower. It already seems like over 3 miles, and I'm as low as you can get. Maybe we'll find out. We'll see, hopefully. Gotta have faith. Well, not quite sure what to do. Nobody told me about any highways. Perhaps the lookout tower, the fire tower is up there. But at this point I'm going to turn around because I'm not confident that this part of the Bear Mountain Suffering Trail is off to the tower. Oh, that's the way it is. Got to be safe than sorry. I'll have to come back again unless I find the tower on the way back, because I've went about 3.5 miles and I ain't seen no tower. And I've been in the lowlands for the last, I'd say, 1.5 miles. So somewhere along the line I must have missed it. But let me see, time will tell. So until then, I'm signing off. I should be back, hopefully with good news. Headed towards, or through I should say, the thick, the vegetation. Streams to the right, walking away from the road. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for perhaps some type of sign or the tower. Unless I had to cross those highways. Everybody told me about that. Anyway, it's an enjoyable hike. Not to take anything away from it. But if I do see a trail that... So I was saying before my battery died out, through the vegetation here, and I'm walking away from the highway, and I have the stream to my right. So I know I'm going to have a climb. So I'm going to get myself prepared. I had my little snack, making sure that I'm hydrated, and I'm ready to head. I guess this would be south on the Bear Mountain Trail. Bear Mountain Suffering Trail. I love this area. Going up. A big branch just came down. They say, does the branch make noise when it falls from the tree in the woods? Well, I'm here to say it does. And wouldn't you know, it was pretty close to the trail. Huh. Good thing I stopped and adjusted things. Might have been there. So you never know. I think it was this one here. So I wouldn't have got hit, but it would have been a jumper. Would have jumped right out of my boots. And here comes the incline. Climb. I'm ready for this. Hopefully I am. It's early yet. But gotta start somewhere. Talk to you later. Probably much much later. Well, a frog was on a rock sunning him or herself, and they jumped in. But hey, that's the first frog I've seen in a long time, so that's a good sign. Maybe it is good that the caterpillars are webbing their weave, and now I see my first frog in a long time. Good signs. And I see a lot of things growing. Good to see. This might be poison ivy, I don't know. I have to study these things, you know? A lot to learn. Still climbing. I have a pretty good pace. Definitely breathing heavier. Heart is working. It's very, very warm in the face of the sun. I'm feeling that. Less of a breeze now. Away from the stream, which was lower. So, as you can tell, I'm breathing heavier. The O2 is not quite maxed out, but it's working well so far. Happy to say. Whew. Good workout. So pleasant for your body, mind, and spirit. Recommend it. I just took a left. It's a green trail, and it has like a double yellow. So I'm wondering if this is like an option with the Bear Mountain Suffering Trail and the green trail. So I'm just taking a bit of a walk on the green trail. But first time I noticed there was a tree with 2 yellow markers, so that might indicate that this is Bear Mountain Suffering and whatever the green trail is. But I see the lake down below, so I'm just taking a look. But I don't think this would lead to the fire tower. I think they would have told me that there was a connection here. See the green? So I'll have to find out what that's all about. So anyway, it looks nice down there by the lake. Maybe this afternoon I'll get to Lake Welch. Don't think you can go swimming though. I wouldn't mind jumping in. But obey the rules, Tom. Smoky berries. So coming up that green trail back onto Bear Mountain Suffering Trail. That'll be another day. I'll find out what that's all about. Not overly disappointed that I didn't reach my intended point of interest, which would be the fire tower. But I'm very grateful that I had such a long hike so far. It's already 2.5 hours. I'd imagine, depending on how far off track I went, or perhaps maybe I didn't go far enough. I don't know, but it definitely seemed like 4 miles. And that one section there, heading down that descent, that decline, and then coming back to the ascent, it was a workout. So I'm grateful for that. I feel real good right now. I just had another bar and I'm keeping hydrated. Didn't bring any lunch. I had 2 bowls of cereal this morning, and I figure when I get back I'll have probably a late lunch or maybe an early dinner. We'll see. It depends on how long it takes me to find Beaver Pond Campground. Always an adventure with me. Tom, get the app. So headed back, as you can see, there's a double Bear Mountain Suffering Trail, and then the green arrow, which would go that way. But I'm going to go this way because I know that's the way I came. I'm like a curious George. I'm going to find out what that's all about. I'm back where I could see the lake from here. Rock sitting high on there. So I'm doing a bit of a climb now. I wonder if there's any indication of a tower being around these parts. But if I don't find it around here, I would imagine I had to go further. But strange I didn't know about the highway. Would be a good lookout place here. Trees are really blooming now. Just a matter of 2 days. Whew. I'm back at the nice area where the caterpillars are all nesting. Nice breeze up here. Whew. So grateful to be able to do this. Late April. May's right around the corner this Thursday. My birthday month. Mayhem. Or May Day. But I'm grateful to be doing this at the end of my 66th year around the sun. And I'm still looking for some fun. So this gives me an incentive, number one, to get the app, all trails I think I'll get, and to start getting better shape. I'm going to start implementing my 2 miles every other day. I kind of slipped a bit. I'm going to start cycling, get on a regiment with the weight training. So gotta do it. I was in real good shape in November. Then Thanksgiving came, family got together, ate, had dessert. My daughter's wedding in early December, into Christmas, New Year's, and right out the door for 6.5 weeks out in Colorado, Salt Lake City. Great time. Back for a month and a couple weeks. I got the itch. I came out here yesterday and I'll be staying another night tonight. I'll be leaving tomorrow. Checkout time is 11 o'clock. So I'll have lunch at home. But this was good. I needed to get out, back to nature. Needed to break up the routine and reconnect to nature, and of course to my spirit and soul, which I find real easy to do when you're out in nature. Talk about that more later. Just completed another climb, not as bad as the other one, but again, once I got up here, it's more of a breeze. It's definitely 78 and the sun feels like it's 82. So I have to get acclimated with the warmer weather. Of course, I have to be very careful of the sun because of my skin cancer challenges. But it's good to be outdoors. Just what I needed. The doctor didn't order it, but I know I needed it. Years of experience, and it's being well documented how important it is to get outdoors, get reconnected to nature. Quiet time. Even though I'm filming this, I don't film too long or too often. It seems like it because it's going to be 4-hour hiking, so it could be a lot of video. Maybe too much, but there's a certain number of people percentage of people that enjoy the whole 9 yards. So, and I'm filming it anyway. and I just find it so hard to edit. I think everything's fine. But not for everyone, but that's okay. You know, I'll have some that are shorter in the future. I've done a few shortened ones, and I've actually gotten a lot of likes. So I would say the majority of the people want shorter clips, shorter films, not documentaries. Anyway, I'll have a mix of all. Once again, thanks a lot for hanging with me, and thanks for subscribing to my channel if you have. If you haven't, please consider. And if you like my videos, there is a whole lot more. And if you do, please give me a like. It helps me connect to like-minded people like you and me. Thank you, and continue the hike back to Beaver Pond Campground. I love when the terrain changes. It's real nice in here with the overgrown little shrubs, little trees. They're all over the place. I'm sure there are people who know the names of this vegetation, these trees, shrubs. I know my sister and her friend Buck know a lot about the flowers out west. I guess the more you do it, the more you learn. I have a lot to learn. I must be getting close. There's the pink. It's important I find my way back to camp. Oh, that's good. Heading down now. Beautiful afternoon. Yes. There's another pink tag on the tree, and I see the campground. All right. So I missed the entrance a while back. I'm not quite sure, but maybe if I go down here, I can cut across. I know I followed the 1C road. Follow this out. At least I'm not lost. There's the campground. Oh, this looks like a trail here. Huh. Might as well cut across. I think that's C Road. Pretty sure that's C Road. But anyway, I'm back. Thanks for joining me. And maybe sometime we'll get there. But thanks for joining me. And it's always good to get lost with somebody watching. At least if they find this someday, they'll have it well documented. Thanks a lot, I really appreciate it. Hope you return to my channel, and if you have any comments, please leave them. I would love to connect. Thank you, and be well.